First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And some room to roll now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And a pretty quick burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Gibbs straight ahead. 2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. You look at this Bears defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Edwards coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On play action, Fields looking deep here for Mooney. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill now. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We're scoreless after one. Yard line, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
He finds his target, Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw, but incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 13-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Let's go. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2nd and 10.
Oh, let's go.
To throw is Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Monday.
On first down, Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw, Fields. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Third down and 10. Fields now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play to put points on the board for their team.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. But I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. DJ Moore, touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. The try here for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. That throw into the arms of Allen. Still going. And in for the Lions touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bears.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. They'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Hawk 19, Hawk 19, Buffalo 18.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Hines on the toss play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead.
Let's go.
This is 2nd and 8. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, the return is Scott. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now Fields. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and 4.
11. Alpha. Go.
Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Hines. Now he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Don't jump. Ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's this. Hey, Ken. You got a mini base.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Ken.
Now it's Fields. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, son. Go.
On 1st down, it's Fields. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Now an option play on 2nd down. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. St. Brown on the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st down. taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what. And he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Pass complete to Hines, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here we go.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That's complete to Mooney. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. This is 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead, but ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Back to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself into position and let your kicker have at it.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, they run the option on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Easy.
Now what can Fields do here in overtime? And this will be caught by Mooney. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly